Hi everybody, welcome back. In this video, I want to address an aspect of one of the questions that I get asked all the time, which is how do you find new clients? And the answer to that is you have to know how to target the right audience. New clients are hiding out there and you can find them, I guarantee it. You have to think about the 3 R's of marketing, which are the right audience, the right time, with the right message. And in this video, I'm going to talk about aspects of audience targeting methodology and then also a little bit about how to reach out to them. So when you talk about audience targeting methodology, one of the things that you talk about is segmentation, and that is how an audience target is categorized. And here are a number of ways that you can categorize an audience. One is geographic. That's geo-targeting. That's where does that audience reside in the world? What geographic area are they in? Another is demographic. So that's age or gender or income or profession. Another is behavioral. So that's what kind of activities do they participate in online, in real life. Another is interest. So what kind of hobbies do they have? What kind of passions do they have? What kind of curiosities do they have? Another segmentation is contextual. So, and that's kind of platform based. So where do they hang out? What do they do when they're there? Like, for instance, Pinterest. If you're looking for inspiration on interior design, Pinterest might be the place where those sorts of people hang out. Another segmentation is emotional. So we call that a need state. What is the need of that particular audience? What is the problem they're looking to solve? There may be an emotional component to that problem that they have. Another segmentation is momentary or topical. That is something that's driven by outside influences. It might be societal trends. It might be some sort of economic downturn. It might be the change in the weather. It might be some kind of catastrophic event. There are topical aspects of how an audience might be found or segmented. Another type of audience targeting is professionally focused targeting. This can be done really well on LinkedIn. That can be focused around what kind of industry your target is in. So what kind of company is it? What do they do? What is the industry category that they are in? Are they in the technology industry, the auto manufacturing industry? Are they in the apparel industry? Another segmentation could be job or title focus. So what is their job in that company? What is that person's role in that company? What do they contribute to that company? Another is group targeting, and that can be accomplished through getting involved in forums on LinkedIn or on discussion groups on LinkedIn where certain people in a kind of industry would congregate, or certain people who have a particular responsibility in that company, like marketers across categories, or salespeople across categories, where they congregate, where they hang out. Another segmentation on LinkedIn that you can use is relationships. So do you have a one-to-one direct connection relationship to them on LinkedIn? Do you have a secondary relationship? So you have connections, but then you can also look at all your connections. So what is the degree of removal of that relationship that you have? That's another sort of segmentation that you can look at in terms of establishing new client targets. Another kind of segmentation that you can use is company statistics targeting, and that is, what's the company size? What's their annual revenue? How much money do they make a year? What's the company's location? Where do they exist geographically? How many locations do they have? Are they global? Are they domestic? Do they have tens of thousands of locations? Do they have only 2? One could be the company's purchase history. So what do they buy when they buy services? Do they buy what you do? Do they buy it regularly or only periodically? What's the company's reputation out there in the world? So in their competitive set, are they very highly regarded in their industry, or are they one of many who are just also rans? There's also establishing a segmentation of a high desire brand target. So that is that a company that you would want to work for? Would you want to provide them with goods or services? Is that a brand that you aspire to be associated with? So that's a segmentation as well, a high value brand target. So by using this sort of segmentation to establish customer targets or audience targets, you can focus in on the type of companies that you want to do business with, or the types of companies that you want to approach for new business. Now, how do you reach out to those companies? How do you communicate with them? Well, there's inbound marketing, so that's content development or value marketing, and using lead magnets to get people to go to your website or sign up for your newsletter, to download something, to email you, to interact with you. Another is outbound marketing, and that's basically direct advertising, so Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, doing advertising in order to promote your goods and services directly, and segmenting those ads to a particular target that you've established. Another kind of outreach is P2P, or person to person, and that is using the phone or going to conferences or trade shows or events where the types of company targets that you have are going to show up. Where are your targets showing up? What kind of events do they go to? And then you want to target going to those events so you can connect with them. And here's the one thing that I just mentioned, which everyone abhors, everyone hates it, and that's cold calling. But if you do it, I guarantee you that you're going to stand out from the crowd, because everyone hates it and very, very few people actually leverage it very well. So let me talk about cold calling just a little bit. Now, the thing about cold calling is that no one likes to do it. And creatives in particular, who have a tendency to be kind of introverted, hate cold calling more than anything else. But I guarantee you, if you do it and you do it regularly and you over time get better at it, you are going to stand head and shoulders above all of the other people out there. One of the easiest and best approaches to cold calling is to ask questions. You want to be really interested in the person's business. You want to ask them, what are they struggling with in their company? What are they struggling with in their own particular role in the company? What do they, don't have time to do? What don't they have the bandwidth to do? That's going to uncover avenues of approach, openings that you'll be able to create discussions around in how you could offer your goods or your services to them to benefit the company. What are they doing for marketing? Is that marketing successful? What are their newest products? What are their newest services? What are they doing? Act interested. Get to know their business, because that's what's going to uncover those avenues of approach. And it's also going to show them that you really care about their business, and they're going to want to use you if they know that you care about their success. Now, the thing to remember about cold calling is that 1 out of 100 calls is going to get you anywhere. And that's why you have to do a lot of it. And if you do a lot of it, over time, you're going to get more and more comfortable with it. You're also going to realize that every call doesn't have to be perfect. And every call doesn't have a lot of pressure on it, because you're just reaching out. You're just building relationships. You're just establishing a brand presence for what you do in those company targets' minds. And so you want to make sure you schedule your calls and you get a certain amount of privacy to do it. And then after you have the call, you want to follow up maybe 1 or 2 times via email, just kind of reiterate some of the points of the conversation that you had. And if they get back to you, great. If they don't be a pest, or maybe follow up 3 to 6 months later. And then at the end of the year, you want to do a client audit. You want to do a new business audit. So where did you get your clients from that year? Where did they come from? How did you end up connecting with them? Did you call them? Did you network with them? Did you meet them at a trade show? You want to kind of take stock of where your clients came from, and then where you had successes, you want to continue to push and do more of that, because that's where your successes are coming from. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video on getting new clients through audience targeting methodology. And if you did, please hit subscribe below so you can see my videos when they come out. And visit me at philipvandusen.com. If you need help with your brand strategy, your brand design, or your professional creative career, reach out to me and let's take you to the next level. And with that, thanks again for watching. Bye for now.